so this is the whole look. Oh, hi. What do you think? This is definitely appropriate for day, evening, whatever, and you can spice it up by changing a lip color, adding a little bit more eyeliner, but this is getting you that contour face that you're like, oh my gosh, like this is so realistic and I can do this myself. So make sure you subscribe, you're following, connect with me on Instagram and social media, all my platforms, Facebook, and make sure you share this video and leave some comments. I'm looking forward to you turning on your notification bells, boop, so you're always on alert of when I put out a new video, tutorial, and vlog. Love you guys so much. Thanks for following, and thanks for being a part of my BBFs. Hey guys, today's video is about contouring. So I'm going to walk you through using a beauty blender, using the liquid foundation brush, using the cream brush, as well as working with your latte contour color. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to dig in right now. I do have on my foundation already, my eyeshadow, my lipstick, everything. So all I'm missing is contouring on my skin and underneath my lashes. So like my mascara, smudging my eyeshadow, all that stuff. So that's what I'm going to do now with you guys. So what you want to have when you're contouring your skin is you want to have this beauty blender. So go ahead and grab up your blender, or as you're watching this, add this to your cart if you don't have it already. I will have to say I really do love this blender out of the collection because it has this little area that you can just grab and hold. So it's an easy grasp to this product. So this is a great blender. Then you want to have a good cheek brush or a slanted angled brush for your powder foundation. This also you can find on my website, but it is labeled as cheek because it's going to help with contouring because the high area of the brush plus the smooth rounded area to help with actual cheek color. And we're going to use both edges of this or ends of this. Then you want to go ahead and have a perfecting concealer. You want to use a cream for this contouring portion of highlighting your face, just because it's going to really help you have more of a smoother transition of the smoothness to the skin complexion, but also you're really going to get it as light as you need. And we do need it to be these areas a little bit lighter. So when you're picking out this concealer color, you're thinking, what color do I pick? So for more ivory beige bronze, doesn't matter your skin tone, what you want to do is you want to go one shade or two shades under your skin tone. So there's a difference between the undertone and the skin tone. Skin tone is the color of your face. Ivory beige bronze. That can darken or lighten throughout the year. So make sure you go one or two shades lighter. I like to go 2 shades lighter than my skin tone, and I'm going in with light ivory perfecting concealer. And it looks like this, okay? So I'm using that. And then I'm working out of my compact here, and I'm using the color Latte to also contour with. So there are 2 shades of contouring colors. There's one a little bit deeper than this, and it's called Cocoa. And then we have Latte. So Latte is more for like beige ivory. I highly recommend also for ivory skin tones is for you to use a powder, and it comes in like a powder jar, and it's called Beige 1. So if you're the lightest of the lightest ivory and you're like, I'm as white as your shiplap wall, Amber, then you want to use a Beige 1 mineral powder foundation or a Beige 1 pressed powder. Okay, that way you can get a little bit lighter than this Latte contour color. If you are bronze, what you want to do is you want to do light bronze perfecting concealer or deep beige perfecting concealer. One of those, remember, 1 or 2 shades under your skin tone. And then normally what you're doing, if you're bronze skin tone, you are already the definition in your skin tone, like under your cheekbones and stuff. You don't need to darken those up because it's already darkened by your skin tone. So what you are is you're lightening up through here, and then you're already kind of creating that contour is already natural in your skin. But you can for sure go ahead and go in with the Cocoa color because you want to contour your nose, get a little bit extra definition right on the cheeks. So you definitely, that is your color that you're going to want to do. So now what I'm going to start with is I just kind of pull my hair back a little bit out of my face because I get really close up to also the hairline. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up this perfecting concealer, and I'm going to go in right here on my nose, okay? So I'm going straight kind of over that nostril area up into the area like right of my eye, okay? Now I kind of go in and then I carry it down. Now that's the area that I put my perfecting concealer, because I also blend it out. So with this blender, that is how you're gonna carry it all the way up through here. There's plenty of product right there to utilize. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it right here on your Cupid's bow, okay, right here. You're gonna put it right underneath that dip of your chin. And then you're gonna go through here, like the bottom area of your earlobe down to your mouth area. You want to really highlight this area right through here. Now you're gonna go in from the center of like your ear right down here. Now that is right underneath my cheekbone. That's where I need that definition. So the middle of the ear down is where your contour color is gonna go, the darkest color. Then you're gonna continue to keep this light because we're gonna pull this up, okay? So y'all are gonna see the rules of this, or see me unfold these rules. Then I kind of do like a little tornado right here on the forehead, and I just go back and forth, and then I just pull it down into a good V. You can do a little triangle too if you wanna do that. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your blender. Well, actually, what I'm gonna do now, do you see from earlobe to the lower mouth? Okay. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, this blender has been wet. So I wet it, I wring it out, and now it's ready to go. You don't wanna work with a dry blender. So now I'm patting it, and I also kind of give it a little squeeze, and then I pat it right in the inner part of my eye, and then I pat it all the way under. You see now where it's pulling up? And then as I pat, I'm kind of like giving it a little bit of extra help to move that product. So I'm just going back and forth, being really gentle around the eyes, on the side of the nose where I had that as well, and down. So now I'm blended on that side. Now what I'm gonna do is do the other side. So I'm taking it, see how it's moving all the way up under the eye? That is why you just wanna stick to this area, and then you wanna pull it out, because otherwise you're gonna have way too much product, and we don't wanna be wasteful. And if we need more, put more on, but you rather do less is more. Sometimes you see how I just kind of picked up what I did over here because I had a little bit more, and then I moved it back over here. So you definitely can kind of move that product around. Having a blender and having it already wetting for you, I don't know if wetting's a word, but I just did wetting. It's wet for you, the Cupid's bow right here. And then up to the nose. Just pat that right there. Is because it's not gonna absorb the product. So it's not gonna absorb everything. It's really gonna help you distribute the product properly. And then right up here. So you're following, like you see now, it's like, oh, okay, that's blended. Well, no, not really. Like it's patted in, but it's not blended. So you really need to move your blender up, down, to the mouth, kind of make these areas matte. Okay, do you see now that's blended? Blended. That's blended, where it just really transitions. You can't hardly see where it stops or starts. Same for this side. So don't just pat it in and be like, okay, I'm done. Hi. No, honey, that looks terrible. Okay, keep it moving, keep it blended. All right, so now everything's blended and it's definitely highlighted. The last area that I need to highlight is right down the center of the nose. Okay. So I'm gonna take it all. close to this mirror so I can see. All right, so now what I want you to do is the cream brush that I referred to earlier. Get it really good around the nostrils and good around the tip of the nose. You want everything smoothed out. And get it as close as you can underneath your eyeball. So then you can finish your eyes. So, wow, like already look bright, like brighter, bright. Like it's so good. All right, so that was light ivory and my blending tool. That is what I had used. Now, before I did all this, y'all know I prepped my skin, right? Like I for sure prepped my skin. 3D skincare, primers, like the whole nine, the whole enchilada. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Latte contour, okay? And I'm going to take the cheek color. So now I'm going to take this highest area. So let me just kind of show you here. Can I hold this without it falling? Maybe. Don't judge my case. It is super dirty. I got makeup everywhere. All right, so here we go. And now I just have it like right on the tip. So I'm going to take it right at the top of this earlobe, and that's kind of where it's going to end up going down. And it can end up being the center. It just depends on how your ear is. You know what I mean? Because everybody's a little bit different, but you just really want it underneath the cheekbone. So I'm going to take it right here, and I'm going to go down. And that's the area. I'm not going to pull it too much to the mouth. Like you're darkening everything way too much. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, that's what we're trying to pop. Now for my face, now you may not have a very defined jawline. If you do, you can still obviously do this, but you want to go right on your jawline. So right on the jawline. You can already see how that just chiseled that. See what I mean? Same thing over here. Right up the jaw, all the way down. And then I take it on my chin up a little bit higher. So it just kind of like shortens my chin a little bit more. Okay. I have more of like a heart face shape. Now I'm going to take it right on the temples, all the way up on this hairline, right through here, down through, right on the outer part of my eyebrow, right through here on the temple. It's going to be darkened, and then we're going to go up through here on the hairline. So I'm going to go right through here, and then I'm going to pull up to the hairline. Down through here, up on the hairline. Down, up, down, up. See, I'm covering more base over here, and then I get right on the hairline. And I'm like, hey, less is more. So put a little bit, and then you can add more. Okay, there's that. And then you still have the center area more highlighted. Now I'm going to take the same area, and I'm going to go from the tip of my nostril all the way up my like bridge of my nose to the outer part up to the brows. So I just kind of like place it right here, tip of the nose, and I pull it up. Okay. Tip of the nose, and then I pull it up. And then I just wipe the brush off, and then I just kind of go like that. And there we go. Okay, so these are the areas that you are contouring. Now the job is to blend everything through. So I go back and forth, and then a circular motion, back and forth, circular motion. You see how blended that is? Back and forth, circular motion, back and forth, circular motion, back and forth, circular motion. Again, I have the highest part of that brush to the cheek. And then I'm back and forth, and then I'm circular motion. Okay? Same for the jaw. Back and forth, circular motion. Back and forth, circular motion. Back and forth, circular motion. And there we go. Same. Now I flip my brush to the round area on the forehead. And then I go circular motions. Circular motions. And I'm not covering up this center area that I've highlighted. I just want to really go along the edges so it's blended. It's blended through. Okay? And then again, I'm going to go on the nose. I'm just going to kind of gently just sweep along the nose line. Okay? Now what I want to do for me, and you can do this too, is you can go back with that Perfecting Concealer just to give a little bit more definition here. Take it there, and then I take the cream brush, and now I'm highlighting a little bit more on the nostrils. So I'm going back in here. See the darkest area is right through here. And I'm going right on the nostrils. I'm creating more of, I keep taking my brush and wiping it off just because you don't want to have too much. And then I just kind of take it right down here to the tip. Pull it up. And now just kind of get the edges, okay? And now I just kind of go a little bit back, warm up that. And it really is going to be about, give or take, layering over what you've already done is fine. You just want to be very careful so you're not making it like too much, you know what I mean? But right there, it just kind of gave me an extra highlight. So now I'm going to finish my eyes. So I'm going to take my smudger brush and I'm going to go in with the color that I did on my eyelid, and that was Hot Fudge. And so I have Hot Fudge more in the corner. So I'm going to take Hot Fudge right on the outer corner. And I'm just going to really smudge all the way right there. Y'all can see that. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay, and now I'm going to take another brush and wipe it out, and I'm going to take a color that's called Blossom, and I'm going to take it right here. Where the Hot Fudge kind of stopped, I just want to kind of like smooth that out and blend it. So I take that, then I'm going to go back in with a color called Candlelight, and I'm going to take it all underneath, just so I'm just really making that pop. And there we go. All right. Now I'm going to take a little bit more Hot Fudge. Okay. Now I'm going to take Ultimate Mascara underneath on my lower lashes. I do not do the lash intensity on my lower lashes because it will smudge and smear. So I just do lash intensity on the top lashes. And I do Ultimate on the bottom, and then I kind of go back. I love mascara. I just go back with this Ultimate on top of that lash intensity. It's fine. Honey, it's fine. Ain't gonna mess anything up. She's gonna make it even better. Even better. Okay? Yay! All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my translucent powder, and it's a white powder. Now, translucent powder is so good because it does not matter. If you've gotten tan, dark, you light, it doesn't matter. It's going to work. And another great quality about translucent powder is for baking purposes. We're not baking cookies or a cake. We're baking your concealer. So, and the best thing to really do is to do this immediately after, but I'm going to take it right now on my areas that I concealed. Okay. Boom. All right, so I just let that sit for a second. You can obviously add way more, but what I have right now is like the perfect amount. Also, to give a little bit more of a defined like cleanup around the eyes, I'm gonna take, while that's kind of sitting, I'm gonna take my foundation, and you can do perfecting concealer in your skin tone. So you can either do more of your foundation, or you can do the skin tone that you are. Remember, not your undertone, but your skin tone, ivory, beige, or bronze, in your, that matches perfectly, and use it above your eyebrows. So I'm gonna actually do that now with my foundation, and I'm gonna go right here above my brow, and I'm just going to give a little extra cleanup while that powder is just sitting. Okay, and then we'll blend that out. So I'm gonna do this foundation is the perfect match to my skin tone. Now, if you struggle with getting the right foundation, then make sure you're hitting me up, because I can help you with that. And you see where that just like really blends in. But anyways, I'm just gonna now kind of take it and pat it through. Yeah, it's definitely a big difference in the cleanup. Okay, so there's that. All right, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your powder brush, and I'm gonna take it in Glaze. There's Glaze and Honey, which are the two highlighters, and I just take it right on my cheekbones. It kind of gives me a warm highlight, bronze, glisten look. And if you want it more of a bronzer, mix your glaze with your contour color. So for me, it would be like glazed and latte mixed together, which would give me like a great bronzer. And then I just kind of take it and just dust it a little bit everywhere. Okay. And now my cheek color, I'm going to go ahead and put a light pink little berry. And your cheek color is going to go right on top of that cheekbone, and you want 2 finger widths apart from your eyeball from your cheek color, okay? So right through this area on that cheekbone, right kind of at the apple, and pull up. Pull up into the hairline, not up into the eye, okay? So my best application is patting it where I want it, because I have a little bit more control. And then I take the powder brush around the edges and do a little sweep. And then there's my look. So fluff the hair, and then you're like, boom, done. So anyways, that is your contouring tricks, and I really hope that you found this helpful. So leave some comments below. I read every comment. I love hearing from you guys. And you can go to my websites as well. Make sure you're leaving messages, scheduling appointments to come into the studio. But this was exciting to do. So all about contouring. Looking forward to seeing your pictures. You can tag me on Instagram and also Facebook. And then I can see some of your images of the work that you created. So love you so much. Thanks for tuning in.